And we're back.
Yep, we never left.
Yep.
This
We're now in the monorail section.
looks to be some kind of, well, you said it, it's a monorail.
Yeah, your voice.
Deliver us from evil, they said.
Oh, so it's got a kind of religious tone. It's the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah. Hell is having
Well,
a...
I suppose some people would react to it that way. I mean, if it is actually hell, which I think it is,
Yeah.
it's actually hell.
It's
It's
like-
not like a sort of...
It's sort of Catholic hell, I don't know. It's got that kind of, is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, what's the difference? I mean,
I don't want
it's
to
like, you know how
immediately
you get,
offend
like-
all of our, some of our fans straight off the bat, you know?
Oh,
I
right.
don't, no,
Next stop, Site 2.
Next up, hell.
welcome to the Black Mesa Research Facility,
Oh, yeah.
which is on Mars. Who knew? So you think it's,
Well, the thing is, it's,
Anyway, sorry.
it's interesting because, oh god,
oh,
Who's this
Sterling
guy?
Archer from, well, that will make sense to Archer fans, but yeah,
Ah.
anyway.
To investigate what was going on, but he never came back.
Somebody sounds like Cyril.
No, I don't know where he is. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I bet it has to do with those artifacts we were digging up inside.
But I bet it has to do with that big portal to hell that opened up recently.
Connected with those things in the Delta complex.
oh yeah.
No
the
way to
Delta
talk about the
complex.
scientists in Delta.
Remember, safety first.
Well, they're kind of like
Please do not exit the vehicle without wearing
at the epicenter. That's where the portal.
Yeah, that's where Betrigger opened it to begin with,
Yeah.
as I recall.
For your safety. Have a nice
Yeah.
day.
But yeah, just go back to that kind of
Now
the
entering Site 2.
religious theme. It's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't say that it is a religious thing, but it is definitely actually hell. It's not like another dimension that appears to be
Oh
like
no,
hell.
it's
actually
hell as we know it. It's brimstone, fire,
It's hell,
screaming
Jim,
voices.
as we know it.
It's hell, Jim, exactly as we know it.
Yeah, or what you would expect.
Yeah.
So I suppose in a way that it would elicit religious feelings.
Hell
Oh, remember
is-
these guys?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I like how he kind of slipped. I thought he was pointing at me. I didn't know.
He had a gun in his hand. He's pointing at you with his gun.
His gun. He's trying to get my attention.
There you go.
I'm sure. Oh no, this guy. He's not going to leave, is he?
No, he stays in there.
That's
doesn't he?
right. Yeah. Then when you come back, I'm pretty sure he's turned into a little pile of gib.
Oh,
when you come
right,
back.
yeah.
Sure is dark around here.
Destroy.
Oh, it was actually him saying something.
Just off the trigger, yeah. He's speaking over the tannoy of hell. Would all Z6 soldiers report to the Butthead Memorial Auditorium?
The Beavis and Butthead.
The Beavis and
Memorial.
Butthead. Oh god. From what I've seen of the new Doom, the Imps have kind of gone back to being their sort of hordes of slightly fast but relatively weak monsters rather than sort of medium strength encounters like they are in this.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Which I think is quite good. They suited
Well,
that sort of swarm mentality,
Yeah,
I
mean,
thought.
Doom kind of invented the FPS horde mechanic.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And obviously, I know this one they had like the technology was limited, so they couldn't do the pain elemental. They couldn't have tons of enemies on the screen.
Yeah.
But then again, they were more focused on creating an environment,
Mm.
as we've discussed.
Well, it was interesting. So I remember Carmack said that apparently apparently it says you could recreate the original Dooms with this engine, but our PCs would be able to handle it.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah, I
it's
mean-
a case of the hardware had really gotten away from them at that point, you know.
You mean for Doom 3?
For Doom 3, sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, you've got to set it at a level that is affordable. You know, the hardware is affordable for customers. If you make
Yeah.
it, like massively big. Oh, he's tentacles on it. Then
no.
yeah, it may look amazing, but
Jesus.
only a small number of.
Yeah, we'll actually be able to enjoy it
Yeah.
as intended.
Well, I think now the affordability of hardware.
Sorry,
The
wasn't quite what I
affordability
wanted.
of powerful hardware has actually kind of evened out, you know, to the point where a lot of the... Well, I suppose even back then, I mean, the engines that ran these games, I mean, the source... what do you call them? Not the development kits, the source code, that's it.
Oh, the SDK, was
No,
it? No.
the source code, just the source code for all these games,
Oh, yeah.
effectively allowed you to build stuff which was the same as and even more complicated than you know,
Yeah.
what was around. But
Bloody hell. Sorry, I didn't remember there being this many imps.
no, there's lots of barrels. Where there's
Certainly
imps,
are
there's barrels.
Bloody hell, guys. Oh, come on.
It's like
Where are they all coming from?
Remember how predictable we are? We were just saying, oh, there's
Shit,
just
no.
like small encounters around, and then suddenly
Oh,
there's like
God.
imps up the wazoo.
Yeah, there's ones there as well. Like, what the hell? Every time I say what the hell, I feel like I'm making some really bad pun, but
Yeah,
it's
you
honestly not. No.
That's you just damned yourself.
I
so
know.
you're going to end up in your own personal hell.
Where
What
I'm
would
just-
your personal hell actually be?
Do you know what's funny? I've actually thought
What was
about
health
this.
behind there? Health behind the there. Right, there you go.
Well spotted.
Engineering.
Yeah, what is
I've-
your personal hell?
I can tell you, I've thought about this, and I can't decide. Like, I really don't know.
Well, what are your thoughts then?
Well, I'm not a big fan of vomiting, and yeah, I've not actually been sick
Oh,
since
yeah.
I was about 6 years old, and I would know if I had. Believe
What,
me.
even after playing like, oh god,
Fuck.
you just it was a barrel behind you.
Oh, of course, one of the millions of barrels. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Lost a bit
tons
of
of them.
progress there.
Oh, you didn't save. Oh.
Well, I kind of did, except I didn't really save. Well, it depends how you look at it.
Well, you either saved or you didn't save. What is this crazy double
Did
thing?
you did you threaten to overrule?
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, that's
oh you'll
for anyone
never
who
get
doesn't
that
know,
one.
they won't
That's,
get no. Sorry,
Oh, what's
say
his name?
Jeremy
Michael
Howard.
Howard.
Michael Howard. He was a
Um,
farmer. This is hopeless.
Well, you're throwing like baked bean cans at them, so you know what do you expect?
Right, I need to plan this a bit better.
I know. Why wouldn't you just use like your pulse cannon?
What this?
Sorry, your plasma cannon.
Yeah.
Pulse cannons from UT. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember this bit being this crazy. I really don't.
No, you know it's odd because I thought about when I was playing the level in the garage, just
Yeah.
after the guy gives you the navigation card.
Mhm.
I don't remember it being so.
So you're talking about personal hell. It could be me causing a let's play segment to loop endlessly because I can't seem to catch every baddie before I get blown to bits.
Or you're faced with like jumps you can barely make.
Yes. Well, in that respect,
Yeah.
I've already escaped from hell, as you may recall from earlier in the
Yeah,
game.
well that's what I was referring to. Yeah.
Yeah.
To site to access ramp.
But
Malfunction.
right, I forgot you. From somewhere, I don't know where.
Yeah,
so
I think
teleported in
well,
from
they
hell.
just get spawned, so they could come from virtually anywhere.
Right. The problem is when I go looking for them, they're oh no, there he is. I was about to say they're not there, but then
Right there, yeah.
inevitably they turn up. I can save. Do my
Ah.
incremental saving thing, but I just gotta watch I don't do it next to a barrel.
Yeah, because then that can screw you. Like remember that time when we were playing? I did it for a joke. We were playing Redneck Rampage in the first level, and there's that
bloody
like, car.
truck, the car.
I just
Yeah,
thought I'm going to save it right in front of it. So when we load it up,
that was funny actually. I must admit. Yeah, the car doesn't actually do that much damage.
no, it kills
just
you in
kind
one.
of- Are you sure?
Yeah, it's effectively like being crushed. You know?
No, I thought it knocked us away. I thought we
No,
were really
no,
surprised
no,
that it didn't kill us.
No, it does. But yeah,
Right.
it's the build engine. What do you expect?
Well, I know the door can kill you, as I've demonstrated.
Well, that's basically what it is. You know when you can get crushed in doors and whatever, and
Lifts
no matter
and
how much
stuff,
health
yeah.
you have, it's an insta kill
Aha.
because that's just the way it's decided to do it.
Yeah.
You know, whereas in other games, like for example, Dark Forces, which is kind of sort of similar engine and time period, slightly earlier. Dark Forces was 94 and Duke 3D was 96, but their engines were kind of similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Is he dead? No.
if you get crushed in that game, the door sticks and you lose health. But if you back away, it's fine.
It's okay.
So
yeah.
which is slightly more fair because, you know, it gives you a chance at least.
Yeah, I guess. You know, it kind of gives you a chance to avoid.
Well, it makes you realise what's hurting you.
Aha.
You know, whereas
Just
in
quite low on ammo.
oh yeah, you got
I've got
143 shotgun
Plenty
shells.
of shells, but
Well, use
again,
those.
I need things to get close to me.
Hey, go to shell.
Go to shit. All shells, broken list, and so on.
And of course, if it's like the toxic place or a very smelly place, garbage place, go to smell.
Gosh, oh god. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel there. Of the garbage barrel.
Oh, you need to get.
Code.
Well, there's probably a
Probably a
um,
PDA.
yeah
Oh, hello.
Site 2 closure.
One. Oh, there's one. There's a door code.
That's the
For the
cabinet's right
cabinet.
next to you.
Yeah. Right, well, I remember that. It's 142. Let me guess. Does he have a. He does.
Ah, there we go.
This is the audio log of Charles Hollis,
mean
EA
Titanfall?
director, dated September 5th, 2145.
21.
In order to
45.
conserve
It's
current
interesting
life
that they
support
actually
resources,
date it
effective
specifically. I think we
October
maybe have
1st,
talked about this before.
2145,
Because you know, sometimes
made
it's just in a kind of
decision that all
feature that's,
environment processors be brought
you know,
offline in the
Yeah, I know what you
area.
mean. It's kind of indeterminate.
Tomorrow, I will be sending out emails to all team leaders asking for an update on their asset relocation program to Site 3. We feel that we have unearthed enough useful material as it pertains to the project from Site 2, and choose to now devote resources in the exploration of Site 3. End log recording.
You jerk.
Ah,
You
no
made me
code
listen
for
to
you.
that. Yeah.
that's what they have to do though, because you wouldn't listen to it otherwise now. Maybe the first time you play it you would.
I did. Oh, the first time I was riveted. The whole thing. I bought into the whole thing the
Hmm.
first time. Chainsaw.
Yeah, I guess. To me, the logs were too functional. Like it was basically just. I mean, I suppose it gives you an insight into what's going on in the base, but other than that, like it doesn't give you much about these individual characters. Whereas System Shock, I mean, it obviously is more of a narrative-focused game, and it's more of a kind of RPG.
Yeah.
The characters were actually, you know, they were actually characters, and when they were talking, they had much more kind of personal reflection of what's going on.
Yeah. Although I kind of like the functionality because these are work-based logs that they've got.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the fact that there's actually
Well, they're there
a
to
lack
build up the
of,
realism, I suppose. But
yeah.
I mean, I like, as you know, I like my shooters to be narratives.
Oh, aye.
You know, more narrative focused than this. I mean, this obviously it's okay for the realism.
Yeah. Do I want this? Yeah. I
Yeah,
need
because you
this,
have to
don't I?
open the junction.
Hmm.
You sure you've got them all? All the
The audio. I'm pretty sure I do. Let's have a look here.
Delta
Here.
Labs airlock request. What's that?
Override.
There you go.
rail
862,
sensors.
826.
Oh, there it is, hiding over there. Okay.
That's
Nice.
it.
Airlock security override enabled.
Get back on the monorail.
Yeah, I can go all the way back.
Oh,
No,
there's a
those
spider.
bloody spiders.
Or a Tektite. Or Trite, sorry.
Trite.
Tektites are from Zelda. I mentioned before. Oh, they're so much like Tektites.
That's right, yeah. So yeah, what would your personal hell be then?
My personal hell, the suburbs. I'd go absolutely mad.
So you'd
Like
just-
my brother lives out in you know, the
Aye,
suburbs. They have a
suburbia,
car,
yeah.
and you know, I mean, as you know, I don't drive.
Uh-huh.
But all the houses look the same. You know,
Sort of,
you have to drive to get to shops. There's nothing there, unless you
yeah,
want like
sort of sterile.
play parks or endless, you know, roads with houses on either side. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, I
yeah.
mean, obviously I live in town,
Mhm.
and it's easier to just kind of get to the shops, and there's more interesting buildings and, you know, old historical buildings, particularly where we live, you know.
Well, that's true in the kind of older.
Yeah, and
Part of town.
I can go for a walk in the evening, and it's nice, and you know, it inspires me,
Yeah.
particularly if you're doing like thief architecture. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you know,
you need that sort of historic.
it's brilliant. But for the suburbs, like that would just drive me absolutely crazy.
Now
I would,
leaving
yeah.
Site
That's
So
my
you, if
personal
you went
hell.
through the hell portal, you'd just be in this wee house, sort of surrounded by a fence.
Well, it would just be like the suburbs. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all the same, really.
They are.
Um,
Oh shit.
Is it supposed to be going this fast?
No. And you know, I was just talking earlier about how I was going to make so many Simpsons references to the monorail, but you know that's very similar to the Simpsons.
Oh yeah, because
the brakes don't work. He cheaps out on the guy who builds it. Well,
Oh,
he cheaps out on
yeah.
the whole thing, and then of course,
Lyle Langley.
yeah, and I think the brake cable has a Seldem
Report to
brake
Delta Complex
written on the
access
side as a kind of
Sensor failure detected.
sort of Tesco value quality of
Sensor failure detected.
how
Fuck,
how
no
ironic.
beep.
Yeah, no. Sensor failure detected. Oh
Yeah.
no, here he comes.
Oh yeah, chuck that out. Can I bake
Throw the book at him,
beans?
Sonny. Sorry, I don't know why I laughed so. It's because I just shot him in the crotch mid-flight.
Yeah, he looked kind of disappointed.
He was like,
actually.
oh.
Mind you, they are completely melee, those guys, aren't they?
Well, there's two types. That
Oh,
guy
there's
is.
the chain gun guy.
Yeah, the chain gunner I think is the spiritual successor to the you
Doom
know
2 bastard, yeah.
sort of tubby commando guy who's
Tubby.
tubby.
Well, I suppose it's kind of bulky. I
Well,
guess.
apparently, it's weird because I read at first I thought he was really muscular, and they said he's meant to be sort of. I think the word they used was corpulent, and I was like, I
What,
kind of.
in the manual?
No, it was described somewhere on like on the wiki or something as a sort of.
Oh right, okay.
And I looked and I
That's
thought,
not Id that are saying that.
Ed, no, I don't think Ed would call them corpulent somehow. I don't see it coming out of their vernacular at that point.
No, although they do have quite a rich vernacular, I suppose.
Oh, they do.
BFG and all that stuff.
Well, they came up with so many, yeah.
And some of the gaming lingo as well, like that was
Yeah.
theirs.
In fact, I could do my. Yeah, I was. Do that. I was recently reading
Masters of Doom.
Masters of Doom.
Yeah,
So
maybe
maybe I
that's my
should.
recommendation.
Maybe
You sure it was Masters of Doom you read?
no, I just maybe do the advertising when I'm not trying to concentrate because I get so distracted. No, I will do it now. I'm so hopelessly slow. No, yes, Masters of Doom. It's really amazing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Now that I finally read, yeah, that's what's really funny because I bought it, told you about
I
it.
read it in a week.
Yeah, you then read it and recommended it back to me.
Yeah.
Who then read it and is now recommending
see
it
this
to.
book you bought, you should really read it.
I know. I was like, what a way! I basically sort of bought you a book with my own money, which
Well,
you then recommended to me.
Well, you bought it for yourself, but you didn't read it.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'll read it.
Yeah, but it's so
yeah.
typical of me to find out about the cool stuff I have through other people. You know, it's,
Well,
it's
I mean,
just kind of
recommendations,
bizarre.
yeah. There's
Or-
Delta Labs. Smelter Labs.
Delta.
Oh. Okay, that's
All right.
bizarre. Oh, look, you've kind of accidentally discovered a secret
I've been
area.
taken down a peg. Oh yeah, thanks mate. Yeah, he's kind of. I don't know.
There's armor shards and
Yeah, good old armor
That's it.
shards.
that's
Can't help but-
quick too. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't help but feel he must look like a big sort of walking blob of metal by now.
yeah,
Just
they look-
covered in these little metal things.
I know.
You know. Well, he is a baddie.
Aye, I was going to say, it would be just.
There's nobody in this
standing
game
there,
that I can shoot who's.
Aye, well,
Not a
actually, it lowers your guns when you go over them.
Look
When your
at
reticle
NPC.
goes over them, yeah.
Yeah. Right, I think we got off on the wrong foot last time.
There we go.
There we go. That's more like it. Welcome to Stirling University Aquaculture Department, also known as Delta Lab. Sorry,
Actually, my office is beyond. I have
Yeah,
to go
that's-
through aquaculture to get to it. It's funny. It's like
the hell's this guy?
I don't know what he's doing. He's confused. I always thought it was
Can he actually get me here?
if you crouch, you can't get you at all. But he's
Oh, he
something.
will, because he'll kick you.
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay.
if he's close.
Something was wrong with his AI though.
Something about the table
Aye.
sort of threw him off
Yeah.
a bit.
But no, it's funny having like the humanities students in their place at the end of the aquaculture corridor.
Yeah.
You know? It's like they kind of forgot about it, so then thought, oh yeah, we'll just put them all over there.
Well, even when I was there, there were talks of shipping the humanities folk into aquaculture, which I
Yeah.
thought was quite kind of bizarre.
Well, it's just a university
Sure
shape.
it was, yeah.
But it's funny because like there's a room there that's got like a radioactive sign on it, and I always think of like Black Mesa Labs or something.
I know.
It's like, what are they doing in there?
Well, it's like there's these huge sort of what look like power generators and chimneys and sorry, not chimneys, sorry, exhaust vents and stuff around about. If you know where to look, and I'm kind of like, what the hell kind of experiments are you guys doing here? You know?
In aquaculture.
No, just in general through it, sort of like biology, aquaculture.
Oh, right.
You know, they have all these huge, and I mean, obviously, they, you know, far be it from me to speak to whatever needs they might have for what we would assume to be mundane experiments,
Yeah.
but sometimes I look at it and I think, you know,
This is Dr. Bertruger that's
this
ordered
looks
it.
pretty, yeah, this looks pretty high end.
Yeah, I guess so. What I'm kind of flabbergasted about is in the aquaculture department, there's no bathrooms. All that water and no toilets. You know? So you have to actually go
If,
out of the corridor, into the crush hall, and into the bathroom.
If Alanis Morissette's listening to this, she can do another a rerun, what do you call it, of her song "Ironic" that she
Oh, right,
famously.
yeah.
I don't know if you've heard.
I've probably heard it before.
It's
yeah.
it's a really. I actually find it really funny. I don't know if it's deliberate or not, but I seem to remember most of it is actually not. It's basically she kind of lists various
that are
ironic
supposedly
scenarios.
right.
Yeah, and I'm not actually 100% sure if they are. I'm pretty sure some of them
Warning.
aren't ironic. but I'm not
Automated
sure.
turret guns online.
You got your automated turret guns to worry about. Yeah, and the other thing about it is when you walk through reeks of
Help.
fish. I mean, obviously they
Well,
have
yeah,
fish there, but
it will do.
sometimes it's really fishy. I mean, like, you know when you go into a
Warning.
fishmonger's,
Automated turret
it's like
guns online.
overpoweringly fishy. That's what
I don't
it's
think
like
that game
sometimes.
likes you talking about fish. It's like, warning, turrets are here. It's like, no, I want to talk about fish.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's-
mean,
like sometimes it doesn't smell like fish
Warning.
at all.
Automated
Other
turret
times
guns
it really stinks
online.
of fish. I just wonder if maybe like, do they eat the fish afterwards? Like raw?
Oh,
Like,
God.
and what's oddest?
Well, like Gollum crouching around
Oh
it.
yeah, give it to us raw and
Oh,
wiggly.
no.
Warning. Automated turret guns
Defamation
online.
suit. Sorry, no, not really.
You've got to
Actually,
shoot that turret, or can you turn it off? Just go in there.
I don't know, like,
Yeah.
that looks like a window
Yeah.
to me. I think I can actually sort of...
I'm pretty sure
Warning.
you can turn them off.
Automated turret
Here.
guns online.
hey,
Don't waste
what
your
a
ammo.
reach this guy
Deactivate
has. Let's play the SNES. Sorry, okay.
There you go.
Attention.
No.
Automated
I
turret
just switched
guns
that turret
offline.
off for you, you dick.
I know, it was odd it wasn't really firing at him, it was aiming at us. Well, I suppose
Well, it's
maybe
gone
it's the trigger
completely
that's-
berserk. No, the thing's gone nuts, so it'll
Oh,
shoot
right,
at
okay.
anyone who gets near it.
Right. I suppose it was shooting at the imp more than you, and the imp was closer, and it was actually attacking it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's fair enough.
Over there.
We'll soon get to fight the Hell Knights.
Well, I wonder which of us will get to fight the Hell Knights.
Well, probably me first, because I know they're in the Delta Labs, but
Right enough, yeah. Although Delta Labs have a few areas a bit like Alpha Labs, I think. There's a few areas we have to go through.
oh,
I don't know, I could be wrong. Now let me see. Ooh, got a few more people.
142.
142.
No, that's
No.
that's
Oh, that's the one I was
one that
looking
we were
at
at
before,
It's
yeah.
up. Carl Cullen. Oh God, look.
Whoa, Carl, you need to sort your inbox out, mate. If you're not, you know, in hell.
Right, there's both cabinets are 364.
Oh, hey.
That's handy.
I do love the 1, 2, 3. I don't know, it always makes me laugh.
Delicious health. And
I've
armor.
consumed it all. My new diet of health packs and plasma canisters is...
Yeah, don't eat the plasma canisters though.
I'm glad there's only one of those as far as I can recall in this game.
Yeah.
Because really, I don't know, drone guns...
Well, you know in Aliens vs Predator,
Mm.
they're like mega powerful. I mean, obviously the aliens are weak to them.
Oh, that's right,
But
yeah.
Even a predator.
They sort of kill in like
Well, they'll
one
kill
hit,
an alien
don't
in a pinch, but even a predator and other humans,
they? Mm.
yeah, they're really powerful.
Here we go.
Nice.
Monorail.
it's
What's that
Delta Labs
name?
1.
Monorail. Once
Overused
again,
Simpson quote. That's what it is.
monorail. Well, you see, I'm leaving the monorail, so I had to now milk it for all it's
Oh.
worth. Okay.
Right, now I need to reverse the control, the mouse
Yep.
and all that stuff. Yep, that's fine.
Get the new mouse. But yeah, I can continue selling id Software's merchandise for them now that I'm... Well, it's not theirs, to be fair. It's
Well, it's about them, but
It's
it's
about
written
them,
by
but it's,
somebody else.
thingy... God, I remembered his name
System.
earlier on. I can't remember
No,
it
no,
now.
no. Game
No,
Options.
it's Game Options. Kushner. Somebody Is it Steven?
That's why. I don't
David?
know.
David Kushner. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I'm probably horribly mispronouncing his name even as I speak.
Defamation, so
That's not
Whatever.
defamation. Well, actually, I don't know.
depends what you misremembered their name.
Oh, I don't, yeah.
Misremember the name for like, I don't know, fuckface or something. Then I suppose, or deliberately did it.
Well, no, because, yeah, I know. It's, yeah.
You could just say, oh, I just happened to misremember it. Right, we need to. Oh shit,
No, you're fine.
that's gas.
It's non-serious.
Non-lethal gas.
Non-lethal steam. Huh.
We've made that.
Oh,
joke
no, I get,
before.
yeah. Have you ever had one of these things where the joke opportunities are so many that when you try to make the joke, it just jams in your head and you can't, like, sort of say anything?
Yeah.
That's what I call window dressing. I'll show myself out.
Please do. Oh, this is just the.
Creepy. That looks like id Software's office right there, just a dark room with
Oh
two
yeah.
computers.
Well, that's what they were like. It was
Yeah.
basically just a kind of. Well, you know the whole thing about the death schedules.
Oh my god, yeah, I was
Um,
literally just reading about that the other
yeah.
day, yeah.
What I find really interesting is the first chapter is called The Rocket Scientist and the Rock Star,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, John Romero was the kind of rock star of the gaming world at the time.
Mm.
He was one of the first people whose persona was, his exaggerated
Sort of
persona
synonymous with
was
Him being a video games kind of
Yeah.
guru. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
more so than, I mean, obviously people in the UK like
Systems down. Power only.
Dave Perry, remember the games animal?
Yes, his name. Yeah.
Mind you, he was on Games Master and that.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
Dave Perry, that's Shiny. Steve Perry.
Oh yes, that's.
I
I think
One
I
of the two. I always
think
get those two
remember.
mixed up, but yeah. But what's interesting, to go back to my point, is it's the rock star and the rocket scientist, but it really should be the rock star and the monk, because
Mhm.
did you not think that Carmack was kind of like this sort of Buddhist monk,
Yeah.
simplifying his office.
And there was
getting into
almost
this
a
kind of-
slightly nihilistic kind of a sense about him, because he loved what he did to the exclusion of all else. Because
well, that's
it was not nihilism; it's
no,
too cruel. It's
Buddhism,
ultimate
because
focus.
He's kind of,
yeah,
he's stripping away the excesses of life that he doesn't need. To
yeah,
the point where he gets rid of his cat. So he has
yeah. But
a
he's
kind of impassionate look towards all these things. It's just him, the room, the computer, and nothing else. He had a mattress for a bed. He had no kind of decorations or anything. Whereas Romero had all these excesses.
yeah. Although in a way, it's a very kind of it's a very sort of how can I put this, sort of unnuanced image, very sort of blunt image of Buddhism in a way. Like
Well,
it's very
yeah.
sort of he was. I mean, I think in a way, I think he did. I don't know.
I mean, just for the purposes of the analogy, I think some of it works out.
Oh, it does. It
quite
does.
well.
Yeah, it does.
You know, because he did strip away a lot of stuff that he perceived to be excess. It was just him in the room late at night.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't socialise. It was almost like he had this kind of, maybe Buddhism is not the right way, but this kind of monkish.
Yeah, you're right.
devotion.
Yeah, monkish there.
Not necessarily of one particular
Excuse me.
sect or order, be it Buddhism, Catholicism, whatever.
No,
but he did have
but
this kind
he-
of monkish.
Sort of devotion to his what he was
Yeah,
doing.
like he was tapping into this kind of nirvana of him in the code. You know, that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
his,
you're
that
right,
was his
yeah.
kind of higher world.
You're right.
You know,
Um,
at least that's the way I read it.
no, I think you're absolutely right. Because like Carmack, I mean, one of the things
Carmack.
where I am now. Yeah, Carmack.
What am I supposed
Let's
to
say
do?
his name again, and if you say his name too many times, he shows up in the game.
Oh, there we go.
Blows you up. Although I think Romero was always the deathmatch
Yeah,
man,
he
as
was
I
the
recall.
because and he
was the
promoted
gamer.
this thing as deathmatch, not just as sport, but as bravado. And
Oh,
it was his
yeah.
bravado. So it was really deathmatch
Well,
was a platform for Romero's.
I mean, of course, that-
Romero-ness.
That was kind of reached a
Sorry, I'm
a
wrong.
head with the sort of the infamous Daikatana ad,
Yeah,
didn't
but
it?
but do you? I can't remember if it was in Masters of Doom
It
where
is
they
in
mentioned
Mas-
it.
there
Because
is,
it wasn't
isn't
him.
it? Yeah.
I mean, he didn't crush it.
No, it was
he didn't
pitched.
say
It was pitched to him.
Yeah,
what
it was
happened
that-
was,
yeah.
in fact, funnily enough, this is quite, and in a way that I feel this is kind of cruel in a way, because
He didn't
exactly
create that.
no, but not only did he not create it, he actually had reservations about it,
did,
and that's
yeah.
what's really funny, because he actually said, "Do you know? I think this makes me sound like a bit of a jackass," and
Yeah.
his exec was kind of like, "No, it'll be great. They'll love it." You
It was
know,
his interpretation of Romero,
Yeah.
the rock star, rather
exactly. And not
a real
only did
person.
they hate it, but they actually then turned on Romero, and I mean, how could he have said, you know, like, "Oh, I didn't do it."
Yeah. The only thing I
You
would
know.
say is he never, in subsequent interviews, I mean, he says in subsequent interviews that it was a sabotage, but he didn't crush it. He had the opportunity. I mean, he had these reservations, and fair enough. Games media and PR stuff was in its infancy, even in Daikatana's days. He didn't really know what the gamer identity should be, or all that kind of
No.
stuff. But he had the opportunity to actually say, and he had reservations, but to actually say no, because he had control over what Daikatana should be.
Well,
he never
yeah.
really. I think he could have. He was just naive. He wasn't nasty. He was just naive.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think one of the things as well, I think, is that the size of his team. Because the other thing that became apparent was that one of the reasons that because both it and Ion suffered a wee bit for
Ion Storm, yeah.
for what made them what they were, because Romero wanted tons of people on board, and he wanted a design-led aesthetic, whereas Carmack wanted technology-led, and he wanted minimal sort of skeleton crew. And what was interesting was maybe one of the reasons that Romero didn't shoot that down. He's possibly just had sort of too much to handle. You know, he had too many people to manage. He had too many, and he was probably more worried about the fact that Daikatana kept missing its deadlines, much to Eidos's chagrin. You know.
I mean, I think Carmack's vision, it worked because they were really, particularly when they hit Quake 2, they hit the ground running. They were so focused. They had a product that was just,
And yet Carmack, later on, it was so bizarre, because it's almost as if Carmack absorbed the focus of those around him, and kind of, because later on when I was reading,
they didn't have the energy that he did.
Yeah, it was so.
He was. It was basically. Well, I mean, there are other people as well, but it was him and Romero, and the way that the parallel is, if the Beatles,
Excuse me.
if it's the Beatles, then
It's Lennon,
Lennon
and
and
McCartney. Yeah,
and Tom Hall is kind of like the kind of George Harrison.
Yeah.
I really like Tom Hall.
I like
but-
him. Yeah, I had a lot of respect. I mean, to be honest, I had a lot of respect for all of them. To be honest,
Yeah.
reading it,
Yeah.
Romero had his moments. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
He's certainly. I mean, it's quite interesting because I quite often think, I wonder what those guys would think reading the book about how they're portrayed. Because obviously, I mean, a writer like that, like David Kushner, who's a big pundit in the sort of entertainment industry,
Right.
he'll know his stuff. He'll know what to write. And again, as we were joking about defamation earlier, but a lot of the things going through my head as a trainee, lawyer was kind of these things that he's saying. Some of them could be seen as quite disparaging, but then they must, I think they're all quite fair, really.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually say anyone's stupid or
No.
anything like that.
Not
It's-
like
Oh, no, they've come-
not like this prick.
they've come for us.
Um,
They've sent their heavies to come and do it.
yeah,
But yeah,
that's all.
I just wonder if Romero, for instance, I think Romero probably comes off
Nah.
slightly worse than Carmack when they're viewed as, when their negatives are brought to the fore. Although I am a couple of pages from the end, so for all I know, he then goes on to found Nintendo. I don't know. Sorry.
I'm away the wrong way again.
One thing I did think would be funny, I was thinking about, I just think too much about these things, was if in an alternate reality, if John Romero and Shigeru Miyamoto had swapped places. So Romero was this very humble, sort of family-friendly, making games for the purity of fun and of childlike fun, and then you can just imagine Miyamoto was this kind of irreverent, swearing
bravado,
monster.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know. Sorry, no, it's just a digression. But
It's interesting. I was going to say something and I've forgotten what it was.
sorry,
now,
I
but,
drilled it out of your head.
Yeah, I'm totally lost. First of all, though, what's the point? So I've restored this.
Well, you need to destroy the Death Star. See that exhaust port there? Sorry.
Right.
looks like looks like the Death Star.
No, what? I've,
Right, you won.
because I mean, the holographic controller power Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
Oh,
This
you
distributes
switched
the
it
power
on.
to
Right.
So the
yeah.
lobby elevators. That's what we want.
There we go.
There we go. See, you're always yakking, and I'm.
Oh, I'm always
not,
yak.
No, but when I'm playing, I'm trying to
Okay.
engage in your conversation at the same time. But no, I understand what I'm doing now because I've got
Yeah.
the power here. Oh
Cool.
shit! I've fallen down. Yeah, I think it's interesting the way that see this one.
Ah,
It's still not working.
Warning. Reactor core offline. Please follow safety.
I hate those little
It's saying
signs.
something. Because obviously the power is low.
I think you want to go through one of these doors.
Yeah. Well, this
Probably
is,
that
this
one
is-
because there's some guy being dragged through it.
Yeah, I've not been here before, obviously.
I'm wondering if they, I mean, I'm probably sure they probably didn't, but I'm wondering if they patched those commando guys, because I remember you used to be able to hoodwink them quite easily. What you would do is,
Yeah.
when they ran at
Oh,
you,
hello.
you would duck their, because their tentacle attack would initiate from quite far away,
Yeah.
and you would duck, and it
was
would
quite
miss.
a glaring weak point, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
but then, now if you duck, it has a kind of latency, and it still hits you somehow.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Tell you what, the water patch, make that a bit more kind of
A
inaccurate.
little bit of variety, yeah, exactly.
Sort of leaping headbutt. Whoa.
Holy shit. Oh, he's dangling. Right, I see now. I couldn't understand why he was upside down.
Right, he's just because Bertrugo's just taunting you now because he's laughing.
The Archvile should be showing up relatively soon.
Oh yeah.
Good old Archvile, everyone's favourite monster.
Huh. Well,
I
it's
thought
quite
he
a
was
unique
brilliantly
monster.
designed, yeah. That's
Yeah.
the one thing I would really love to get from Ed is just how they designed their monsters. I mean, I can see...
Oh, you've not got that Doom 3, making a Doom 3 thing.
Yeah,
No.
but it tells... But that's
That
more about...
Doom 3's
Sorry?
reinterpretation of the existing
Yeah, exactly, and also it's kind of more about, like, it doesn't... I'm talking more as a perspective... I don't know, it's weird. It's just-
Oh, missed the video though.
Yeah.
Got me that time. Yeah,
It's
they're
got
quite
a mean left
boisterous.
hook on him as well.
I should probably get, because the duck button for you is, what's your duck button? Because you use
0 on the number pad.
see,
Yeah.
I'll need to use. That's actually quite close to my. That's fine.
You can
Close
do
to
the
my
duck
thing.
walk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most useless imp ever.
Yeah.
Oh, better F5 it, eh? There we go.
Yeah, 5 it. Yeah. Good one.
Oh, look.
Oh, I've not seen a normal zombie for a while.
Yeah, I shot one a while
If there
back.
is such a thing. Yeah.
Like a oh crap, a standard zombie. They just kind of appear from nowhere.
Yeah, they don't even really teleport in. They're just sort of there. Yeah.
Yeah, well I think because they're so fast, you know, you miss the... Oh, and this looks... Hang on, have you
Oh
not been
god,
here
this looks
before?
suspicious. No, this is different.
Right, let's bring out the big gun.
Similar type of
No
layout.
ammo
But
for that, we've got plenty of ammo for this.
Reactor core offline. Please follow
Oh, what's that? Is that
safety
machine gun ammo? Yeah. Yes,
like
right.
the plasma gun.
Oh, it's
Lost
these
Souls. Lost Souls sounds like a thrash metal band.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing that I want to see for Doom 4. I mean, obviously this game is more survival horror and it has ambience. It does have some rock music, but what I want for Doom 4, because it's much more visceral and aggressive and meaty.
Yeah, and harkening back to the kind of good old days.
Yeah, and obviously with the kind of brutal Doom aspect, it's actually physically...
Yeah, more visceral.
what I want to see is things like thrash metal and death metal and...
Oh.
Oh crap.
Remember the plasma gun can short
it
out
down,
his
yeah,
rockets,
that's
yeah. Well, there's a couple of, I mean, obviously I can't speak to the final release, but
Oh,
one
yeah,
thing I
mean,
do
obviously-
know is like they've said several times in interviews that the current employees were inspired directly by rock music, like, you know, metal, and by metal band covers. So that's a
Yeah.
good sign. They've also,
Well, obviously that was them to begin with.
Yeah.
When Bobby Prince did the old...
which is what,
MIDI.
which hopefully is kind of, you know, a good sign for this one. But one of the things
Yeah.
they were also saying, well, they've got the guy who did the Wolfenstein, the New Order soundtrack, which was
right.
very
Who
well
is that?
received. I can't remember his name, but
Right.
he's on board for Doom, I'm pretty sure. Which is again is another good sign.
Aye.
The single player trailer had a very strong rock riff in the background, and in fact it sounded a lot like the theme music for this, but it
Yeah.
was slightly changed, and so hopefully.
I mean, it depends what kind of music that they'll actually go for, but I think
Yeah.
that they should have not just rock music, not just...
No,
you
but
know,
like metal, proper
thrash
sort of metal, yeah.
You know, screaming voices, that kind of thing. You know, the sort of
Like kind of,
Cradle of Filth.
yeah.
You know, that, I mean, really visceral. That's what I want to see. Oh shit! Look, it's a big turd blocking my way. I'm gonna have to pick it up.
Because that's like it's like first world video game problems,
I know. It's
isn't
like,
it?
I've
We've
got too much health.
we've got far too much
Oh,
health.
hang on. Oh, it's just again. Oh,
It's like Krusty the Clown got a hold of the bloody portals to hell, you know.
done an echo amplification.
Exactly.
Oh, it's this guy. I
Crap
killed him.
demons. They bounce like wicker baskets when you kill them, I've noticed. They just sort of have this very light kind of,
Oh look, Robert Print. Just speak of the devil.
holy crap.
Look at that.
Speak of the devil.
I know that's hard to say.
Devil is written. No, I know, sorry, devil, yeah.
Oh, you can do your Bane comment if you want. Discipline reaction report. Hear that? Hang on, before we do that, let's just have a wee look. See. Did you get it?
Did you call me Spud? Hey Rob, it's me again.
Why
Smiley.
haven't you written me back again? All your books and shit. Visit the UAC.
Anyway, please write back soon.
I know what you're talking about, but not frequently as you're describing.
How's the new Doom game going? I'm sure Quake 20's mentioned. I'm sure there's some reference to an id game in this, like something like Quake 12 or something like that.
This is the audio log of Robert Price, Delta Operational Director in charge of
I
personnel,
wonder if that actually is him.
recruitment, evaluation, and placement.
It's possible. It's no
The
accident.
assignment of engineers to the local Delta labs.
They really do come out of the
In
woodwork.
6 months, we've gone from a volunteer surplus to a critical deficiency of qualified personnel willing to accept assignment. Increases in both pay and benefits have done little to help this situation.
Yeah.
Through exit interviews as well as the weekly Delta medical brief, it's become apparent to everyone that the rate of sudden and unexplained mental illness is way beyond acceptable levels, even for Mars. They're derogatorily being called subdelts up here.
Ah,
And I have a
subdelts.
feeling this attitude will
Oh,
spread
yeah.
to parts of the UAC. End of log.
Guess it wasn't that one. Yeah, because these guys are like at the pit head, as it were.
This is the audio log of Robert Price, Delta Operational Director in charge of personnel, recruitment, evaluation, and placement. Disciplinary Action Report 40C-8, responding to Mars City Administration request. Delta Labs 1 is currently addressing the problem concerning theft of security equipment. 4 members of the security detail assigned to the Delta Labs have been reprimanded with 3 others under investigation. It seems caches of weapons, armor, and ammo have been discovered in various places throughout the Delta Labs.
Found one.
We've located some of the missing equipment and have information that we hope will lead us to more. I have a team investigating storage room 21D with security code 298,
Thank
where
you.
I've learned stolen items may be located.
What's
Like-
still
To
like?
recover all items and find all
Mind you, I don't need-
personnel
I was gonna
responsible.
like, when are they gonna get to the fireworks factory? It's like, stop talking about discipline. Give us the damn code.
No. Oh. Let's get the old. Oh, let's just chuck one of these out.
Yeah.
Or 2.
Sound like pirates a wee bit.
Pirates. Whack, whack.
Oh, that's a duck, sorry. What does a pirate say? Whack, whack, whack.
No, I was just going like, so, whack, whack. So,
Yeah, but not quack like I was doing
Oh,
there.
right,
It's
okay. I
like-
didn't hear your one.
well, my parrot imitates a duck, so I don't have a parrot in real life.
Hmm.
You're just like, I'm just gonna play this and maybe he'll stop talking. You know, I'd be kind of pissed off
They're
if
awfully
my mouth
clumsy.
was on fire. Yeah, I know what
they
you
go,
mean.
They don't even face me all the time, whereas at least
They're
the
like-
ones in the old game.
They're a bit like sort of evil Jigglypuffs that got set
yeah.
on fire. I don't know, they kind of vaguely want to attack you, but they're not really particularly. Although Jigglypuff's pretty aggressive actually.
Like the cartoon,
The cartoon, yeah, and then in Smash Brothers as well. He's a real force if he's in the hands of a, or
Oh, hang
she's
on.
in the hands of a good player.
Oh, yeah.
My battles.
Bloody hell. Let's just get the old
That lift couldn't even go down like 2 meters without
there's
breaking.
like power shortages and the
I
whole
know.
place is all kind of crazy.
Either that or the Marine weighs 300 pounds and needs to lay off the
Ah,
sense of UAC Happy Meals. And the Revenants have an ever so slight swagger to them in this game, which I've noticed. I don't know, there's this kind of slight kind of saunter about them.
yeah, I guess so. You know what? I
quite
think
like
I
it.
probably mentioned this before about the Enforcer from Quake 2. Now that's a swagger.
Oh my god, what do you mean he's just walking along?
Just he's walking at it.
Oh my god, he's like,
I'm a total hard man.
he actually looks all,
I'm going to bash you.
I know, he actually looks like, reminds me a lot of there was a wrestler, I remember
Which
used
one?
to,
They're all kind of.
no, I know,
They've got
The
that sort of
huge
MC
muscular
swagger,
box
when they do
men.
their,
yeah.
swagger.
No, but there was one in particular, and I don't remember. I think his name was D'Lo Brown. I don't know if he's still around,
Alright.
but he used to have this very signature walk, and he would kind of flip his head left and right as he walked, like kind of. I can't even begin to describe it. Well, basically, if you're interested, look up D'Lo Brown entrance.
Ah,
and
you got
you'll-
squashed by the double kill.
um,
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't really know much about wrestling.
no, well, it's just a kind of observation, but it was just. I always used to think he must have a really sore neck.
Reactor
'Cause he used to
Oh,
kind
no,
of
it's
flick
not.
his head as he walked. Anyway.
The ultimate. Oh, yeah. Oh, now the elevator's going to work. Right, gotcha. What's this bit where there's like all these skulls? There's Where are you?
He's in the one direction you've not looked, wherever that may be. I think they just put sounds in to troll you sometimes.
Maybe. No, he's probably up here.
He'll be up there. He's doing maintenance.
I'll move sound.
I'm sure you will. With a plasma gun. Ah, yeah, you. I love it when something happens and then you describe literally exactly what just happened. That's like the best kind of let's playing, isn't it?
What do you mean?
No, it's just there because I kind of said like, yeah, you'll maintenance him with a plasma gun, and you literally just shot him with a plasma gun. And I was like, that's like it's terrible.
It's direct,
Let's play commentary.
Yeah, it's just direct responding to what's
Just say what you
actually
see, really, isn't it? You
Yeah.
know, just say what you see.
happening. Oh god, that's funny.
5 seconds here.
5 seconds, here we go. What the hell's going on here? What the hell?
That's
You heard
correct.
that catchphrase before?
It's just Mr. Chips, like,
Oh god.
standing up.
What's Mr. It sucks that he's no longer doing it. That's just Stephen
I
Hawking.
know, I really, really miss him. He's one of these sort of...
He made that program.
He
Well,
did.
He didn't make it, but you know what I mean. He
Yeah,
tried it.
he was one of my sort of one of my childhood memories of TV with my parents is stuff like Catchphrase,
Yeah.
Blockbusters, you know, in terms of game shows that we
Oh,
used to watch
yeah.
on like Saturday nights and stuff, you know. That was great.
Now, what am I supposed to do? Oh yeah, here's this. I need this. Look, and this is where all these. Right.
Pro Lost
Oh,
Souls.
Lost Souls. Oh,
They
the
seem
wee lost
vaguely-
lamb.
I know.
Wee lost soul.
They seem vaguely sexist. I'm pretty sure they're all women. I'm not sure. I'm not
That can't be
100%
right.
sure. Sorry?
What about the guy at the start?
What about him?
Does he not turn into a lost soul?
No, a little something that looks a bit like a ghost steals. It looks a bit like a lost soul steals his soul, and then he becomes.
Oh, right,
You see,
okay.
this is really bizarre because what they do is they
How
fly.
do you, oh crap! Look who it is.
Whoa, hello.
Humphrey McHefferson.
No. He's like, what did you call me?
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying? About them?
No, they fly through you, and when they leave, they have like they sort of catch on something, and then when they leave, they have this little, almost like a little glowing pollen thing attached to them, which I think is meant to be your soul, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Now I can get
because after that you turn into a zombie, so I think the
Right.
implication is they just sort of harvest your soul and then go back to hell. I thought it was a really interesting idea that there were
Yeah.
these little harvesters that would kind of come out and.
But they're all women, did you say?
Well,
What's
it's
the-
said in the production value and the pictures. Apparently,
Oh.
it's a woman's head. All the lost souls are women. Apparently, I mean,
Oh.
it's never explicitly stated in game that like, oh
Yeah,
my
I
god, they're all
never-
women.
I
But
never picked
yeah.
up on that. 'Cause
Although
I
having
haven't read the. Where's it from again?
well, it's in the book. It's in. I'm sure it's on the wiki, and it's stated
Oh, in the.
in general. Like you'll
Just like common lore.
just in sort of any website that sort of describes how the lost souls in this look, will say it's the head of a
Oh, okay.
woman's face with, and also when they're created, it's implied, of course, they were created with Teresa. Is it Chazar or something? I can't remember her name. Teresa.
Oh, so she actually provided the head model.
Well, yeah, because she because she
Ah.
built the plasma gun, and then she makes her wee audio log, and you find her,
Oh,
and
right,
then
okay.
her head comes off.
Yeah, I did
um,
remember that.
Yeah, and she kind of goes, "Oh, I've got a really bad headache," and then her face leaves her head.
Her face leaves her head, and her head leaves her body.
Well, her head is still her head is still attached. That's the thing. You see, when you look at
Oh,
the
okay.
if you go back, you see her on the floor, and her head is still attached. I've not
Yeah.
looked at this in too much
Well,
depth.
I haven't looked at it
Um,
any yet because I.
No, I just happened to
totally
remember
passed
it.
me by, yeah.
Because I remember
Well,
thinking, like, God, is she? You know, like, I wonder if. Well, I presume she was dead, given that I.
Right.
Her
so
head.
that all the souls are all the lost souls are women then.
Yeah, seemingly.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. The problem is that there's only like one woman on the base.
I know.
Unless they're like souls from a
It
previous.
might explain where all the women went to some kind of, I don't know, event or something, and somehow because all the zombies are men.
Yeah.
So you got this very bizarre kind of, you know.
Maybe it's just that they only had a certain number of models. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's interesting because in Quake 2, they're all mostly male, except obviously for the.
Yes, the Iron Maiden. Yes.
You know. Yeah, we want to go to Delta Authority. I am the Delta Authority.
I am the law. Yeah, the Iron Maiden's certainly a. I don't know.
I think it's a great design, I have to say. I really love the design.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever you think about it. It's a pretty good design, very striking. One of the
It's certainly striking. I'll give you that.
Yeah, no, I actually like the design. I
Yeah.
think it's really good. I think all the Strogg are really good, but for me,
They are, yeah.
the Iron Maiden, the tank,
Tank's good.
and the gunner are the.
And
the
the
three
tank and the
main-
gunner and the gladiator are my three favourite. I
The
really like the gladiator.
Yeah, I like the gladiator too. He's an absolute
He's a
bastard to
he's
fight, but
a dickhead. Oh, I know,
do
with
like-
his
I do
stupid
like
railgun.
the design
Yeah.
and the tactic that it creates of this kind of sort of, it's almost like a sort of Wild West shootout, because you've got to, if you move, you've got to move and predict when he's going to shoot.
Well, you must be moving as soon as he
Right.
stops. You have to be moving
You've got to
already,
predict
or he'll
when
hit you.
when
Yeah.
he does it. So it creates these kind of
Yeah.
Wild West kind of.
Or you can do the sort of shambler dance with him if you can get in close.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
that's
do
true.
you can make him swing his
Oh look, it's the enemy guy.
oh, I hate those guys. Why does stand there bolts brass like a big living turret? You know.
Well, that's basically what he is.
Yeah, it is because he can absorb a lot of
Well,
punishment.
he took 2 rockets to the face there.
Mm.
Oh, there's another one.
Another one.
Oh, hang on.
he's got a
let's
friend
not,
with him.
get ahead of
Sometimes they
ourselves.
kind of weird out a bit and their tentacle will sort of flap over in another direction momentarily.
Like Octodad. Like
Yeah,
glitch-
exactly like
glitch, a physics
Octodad,
glitch.
yeah.
At least we're getting ammo for our chain gun again, 'cause we've not had that for.
Yeah, that was weird. There was like a drought of chain gun ammo there.
Well, I've not really needed to use it, I suppose, seeing as we've got
No,
this thing.
that's true. You've got full armor.
Aye. Let's have a look. Okay, nothing here.
Of course, we're going
We're
to
going
Mars
the right
now.
way though. We're going to hell.
Yes, we are going to hell, but we're actually going to Mars as well in real life.
Oh right. Yeah, I get. Well, not us, but
No, not us. sorry,
generations after. Yeah, I guess so.
no. I'm just wondering what we'll find. Probably.
Well,
water.
maybe water. To be honest, I'm kind of nonplussed about the whole thing. I mean, I know it sounds terrible, but I'm like, really?
Can I just say that do those cacodemons even know what's going on?
No,
They're just sort of bashing into each other.
I'm just. You're just talking about. Oh, we're going to Mars, and they're like, oh, no,
They're
we're
like,
on Mars. I'm
we're
really
going Mars.
confused. We're on Mars.
It's like, oh,
Like, no, in real life. It's like, no, this is real life.
This is
Like,
real.
no,
I
this is
don't
a
get
game.
it. Yeah.
And then they get some existential crisis. Maybe that's why they're so confounded.
They don't understand why they're on Mars, or
Yeah, well, they just. They're having
look where you are.
existential
You've gone full circle.
crisis. Yeah.
Haven't you? Have you? I don't
Yeah, because this is this place here. Hang on, I'm getting shot.
know. Hey, look, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. Did you get it?
Well.
The Revenant.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, I get it now.
Sorry. You just died
There's
inside
Chris-
a little
that's
bit
Chris
there. didn't you?
Hemsworth. No joke, it's just, you know, there's no clever wordplay or anything, it's just.
What for the big
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
This is like when we used to come up with casts for game monsters, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, because we're always like, oh, Ian McKellen would play the Baron or something.
That was really funny. I always thought that was hilarious.
Right. Yo! That noise is that's the Daikatana pain sound as well. which I-
Really?
Yep.
You hear that, John Romero? They stole your stuff. No, they didn't really.
Well, they were all kind of.
Well,
They're all in the
they're all
same area,
pals,
they're all
weren't they? I
in
mean,
Dallas, Texas.
yeah.
Well,
Well, because that makes it okay.
to be honest though.
But he was just down the
there
road.
was- There was all this.
Could
kind
steal
of-
his IP.
You know how the engines,
Hey, oh, we're done.
the build engine and the Quake engine were like kind of rivals. But
Yeah.
actually, Ken Silverman and John Carmack frequently conversed about
Oh, aye.
engines and stuff. So they actually
Yeah.
all, it was all interlinked.
Yeah, and particularly Carmack was very much for sharing.
Well, he kind of
You
invented
know.
the whole
The
shareware model,
modding thing,
and,
yeah.
and releasing the source code and stuff. So he was kind of he had quite interesting ideas, good ideas about sharing technology.
Yeah, it was good. It was really just what the
yeah.
industry needed, in fact.
Yep, indeed.
Right.
Anyway, so that's that. Hope you
That was
enjoyed.
fun. Yeah, cheers, and we'll see you again next week on Doom 3, or whenever you watch the video.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.